Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Kashik in the valley?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
I know this is your hideaway, but, you really...
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. So... This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. I'd better keep looking.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Can you fix...
No. There.
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies.
No, we're not the Prince's keepers.
I'd rather he did so in bed. He's much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What
Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
So, what'll it be? No scratches, all right? Should last you a good while. No scratches, all right? You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later.
And?
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back?
Vaguely.
I'm afraid so. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards. Morbles are possessed of a high... I believe that by grafting a Morble vine, the endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound.
And all you need is...
That is correct. As for the Morble, I fear... Why, a notice concerning this...
How timely.
Well...
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Glory to Griga.
What's happened?
Talia's busy working herself into a... I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary. Will you talk to her? Order.
I know better than to order Talia to do anything.
Thank you.
Talia, we all admire your dedication.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. It won't be much longer. If I had the tears...
How would tears help?
Not my tears.
You wouldn't. There must be something we can...
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kind. You do well to remember that, Rodrigo.
We have... all the ingredients. I can make the draft if...
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that... Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best. I'll make sure the other...
Thank you, Clive.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Speaking of which...
Worried about him?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but... I saved this... So, obviously, I show it to Black. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out, and... Seeing as how...
I'd speak to... Well...
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to...
All right.
Clive. Go on, then. It'd better I'll be here.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this... Oh, ain't you got bet?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you, and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and...
It was the ring, all right? It brought back some unhappy memories.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn.
and sometimes it doesn't. Is that...
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring.
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no... The fact is, I couldn't make any...
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you... As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck, because the curse breakers deserve better than second, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt he'd be too happy to...
Then just this once, swallow your pride and focus all your keeping the curse breakers. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then?
In Dravost, my old village.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Not just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravost as soon as... And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that.
If it's knowledge you...
Come on. Run like the wind. It's definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without... Not that I'd have let you in anyway. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just... don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravosht. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to Clive, you're good with people.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are...
There's a river of bad blood between me and the... But if someone can build...
All right.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Mama, why hasn't Papa...
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. You're not welcome here.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you. He's waiting.
Then I suggest...
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! We're getting these bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find...
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way up, that prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here.
All right.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Let me guess.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know what turned the village against you.
I left. There are two kinds of smiths in this world. My kind, who labour on a single piece from dawn, and the other kind, who are in people like Zoltan, who's the kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats, and bit by bit. You would have torn Dravosht in half had it gone on.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravosht until the crystals run out at any rate.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, what I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravosht won't last long without its furnaces, so... Do you think it's the way I see it?
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us, and you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. Let this be another Dravosht will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, Org?
When you put it that way, of course.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you all?
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders...
Time for a spot of hunting, then. Let's make this quick, shall we?
Be safe.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows. That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. There's a good boy. Better already. unseen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
What's this all about then?
Don't know.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Right then. Time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. You know what this means, don't you?
Sorry about earlier. That thing you built us is... You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, that there was my answer. Chuck it in our secret for yours. I've always envied. Since the day I became chief, I spent no amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that. But is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first.
Well, you know what they say. These things take time. Especially when they... But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you...
See that you both do.
All right.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. Time to fight. Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls. Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared you.
Cole said it was an army of Akasha.
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. I'm loath to give a patient a single dose, though it may be a gentle way to die, but I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light. Mid here.
Good. Just relax.
Thank you, Daya. I'm...
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that.
The man you helped today back in the Southern Isles. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from...
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life... A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will.
I hope so.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, well, the whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan, that is. Didn't see up.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He did.
Yeah. Every time you put on mail, there's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness. If that helps save even a single life. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got...
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I?
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. It's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, will it be? Anything else?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
He's a surly soaker.
Sid,
Here.
What an amazing specimen. When? When? It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the... You must accept this file as...
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.